Welcome back to CoinsVault America, the home of rare, historic, and high-value American coins. Today we are diving into one of the most legendary coins in United States history, the Lincoln Wheat Penny. This small 1-cent coin may look ordinary, but some rare dates are worth thousands, even hundreds of thousands of dollars. Yes, you heard that right. A simple penny could change your life. In this video, we reveal the top 4 most valuable and most wanted wheat pennies every collector dreams of finding. Number 4, 1952 D Wheat Penny. Today we are diving into one of the most exciting and surprising coins in American history, the 1952 Lincoln Wheat Penny. This small 1-cent coin might look ordinary at first glance, but for collectors across the United States and around the world, it represents hidden treasure history and the possibility of serious money in your pocket. The 1952 wheat penny was struck during a powerful time in American history just after World War II, and during the early years of the Cold War, America was growing. Industries were booming and millions of pennies were produced to keep commerce moving. These coins were minted in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco, and each mint produced slightly different varieties that collectors search for today. The obverse of the coin features the iconic portrait of President Abraham Lincoln designed by Victor David Brenner. His initials VDB appear on the reverse at the bottom between the wheat stalks. The reverse shows 2 elegant wheat ears surrounding the words 1 cent and United States of America. This classic wheat design was used from 1909 to 1958, making it one of the most beloved coin designs in US history. Now you might be wondering, how can a 1952 penny be worth big money when millions were made? The answer lies in condition, mint mark rarity, and mint errors. While common circulated examples may only be worth a few cents, high-grade uncirculated coins and rare varieties can sell for hundreds and even thousands of dollars. Let us start with the 1952 Philadelphia wheat penny. This coin has no mint mark and over 186 million were produced. In circulated condition, it is common and affordable. However, when you find a brilliant red, uncirculated example graded MS65 or higher by PCGS or NGC, the value jumps significantly. A perfect red gem with strong luster, sharp details, and no marks can reach impressive auction prices. Next, we move to the 1952 D Wheat Penny from the Denver Mint. Over 746 million were struck, making it one of the highest mintage issues of the wheat series, but do not let that number fool you. Finding one in superb mint state with full original red color and no spots is much harder than it seems. High-grade pieces in MS66 or MS67 condition can bring strong premiums, especially when certified. The real excitement often comes from the 1952 S Wheat Penny minted in San Francisco, with a lower mintage compared to Denver. Coins the 1952 S becomes more desirable in top grades. Collectors pay close attention to strike quality and luster because San Francisco coins from this era sometimes show weaker details. A sharply struck example with blazing red surfaces can command excellent prices. Now let us talk about errors and varieties, because this is where the big money stories begin. Some 1952 wheat pennies show double die characteristics, repunched mint marks, or off-center strikes. These mint mistakes create uniqueness and rarity that collectors love. A strong double die example with clear separation in lettering can turn a simple penny into a valuable treasure. There are also coins struck on wrong planchets, clipped planchets, or broad strike errors. Each error tells a story about the minting process and adds collector demand. Auction records show that dramatic errors from the early 1950s can sell for hundreds or even thousands depending on eye appeal and certification. Condition is everything in coin collecting. A brown worn penny from circulation may only be worth face value, but a red uncirculated coin preserved in a roll for decades can be a game changer. Collectors look for 3 color designations: brown, brown, and red. Full red coins with no carbon spots and smooth surfaces are the most desirable. Grading plays a major role. Professional grading services such as PCGS and NGC evaluate coins on a scale from 1 to 70. A coin graded MS67 or higher is considered superb gem quality and extremely difficult to find for many wheat pennies. Registry set collectors compete fiercely for top population coins, which drives prices higher at auction. Another important factor is eye appeal. 2 coins with the same grade can have different values if one has stronger luster, better strike, and cleaner surfaces. Eye appeal often separates an average coin from a premium example. Experienced collectors study lighting angles, magnification, and surface preservation before making a purchase. So what are real values? In circulated condition? A 1952 wheat penny may sell for a few cents to a couple of dollars depending on demand. In mint state, MS63 to MS65 examples can range from moderate prices to higher premiums, especially for red coins. In MS66 and MS67 grades, prices can jump dramatically, sometimes reaching hundreds or more depending on the mint and color. The good news for collectors is that 1952 wheat pennies are still being discovered in old collections, coin jars, estate sales, and bankrolls. Searching rolls can be both fun and profitable. Many collectors have found uncirculated rolls stored away for decades, preserving original red luster. When searching, always examine the mint mark below the date. Look carefully for doubling in the date and lettering. Check for unusual thickness in numbers or letters that might indicate a double die. Rotate the coin under bright light to inspect for luster breaks and surface marks. Storing your coins properly is also essential. Use acid-free holders, coin flips, or certified slabs. Avoid touching the surfaces with bare fingers because oils can cause spotting over time. Preservation protects value. The 1952 wheat penny represents more than just money. It connects us to American history, to the era of President Harry Truman, to the growth of suburbs, highways, and new industries. Each coin passed through countless hands, buying groceries, paying for newspapers, and traveling across the country. Collectors worldwide appreciate the Lincoln Wheat series because it combines affordability with the thrill of high-grade rarity. Whether you are a beginner or an advanced numismatist, the 1952 penny offers opportunities for learning and potential profit. If you are building a complete wheat penny set, the 1952 issues are essential pieces. Completing a full red high-grade set from 1909 to 1958 is a major achievement, and registry competition keeps demand strong. Market trends show steady interest in classic US coins, especially those with historical significance. Economic uncertainty often increases interest in tangible assets, including rare coins. High-quality certified wheat pennies continue to attract bidders at major auctions. Imagine finding a blazing red 1952 S-graded MS67 in an old roll. That single coin could be worth far more than 1 cent, stories like. These inspire collectors to keep searching and learning. As always, research is key. Study price guides, auction archives, and population reports. Knowledge helps you recognize opportunity when it appears. The 1952 Lincoln Wheat Penny may seem small, but in the world of numismatics, it holds big potential. From common circulated pieces to rare high-grade gems and dramatic mint errors, this coin continues to capture attention across America and around the globe. So check your jars, check your drawers, and check those old collections, because you never know when a simple 1952 wheat penny could turn into a valuable discovery. CoinsVault America. Today we are diving into one of the most talked about and exciting coins in American history, the legendary 1958 wheat penny, a small copper coin that has created massive headlines, huge auction prices, and unbelievable treasure hunt stories across the United States and around the world. If you are a coin collector, a beginner searching through pocket change, or someone who inherited old coins from family, this video could change the way you look at every single penny you own, because the 1958 wheat penny, especially rare varieties, can be worth life-changing money. Before we begin, make sure you like this video, subscribe to CoinsVault America, and stay until the end because we will reveal the rarest 1958 wheat penny ever discovered and how much it sold for. The wheat penny, also known as the Lincoln Wheat Cent, was first introduced in 1909 to celebrate the 100th birthday of Abraham Lincoln. It was the first United States coin to feature a real historical figure on the obverse side, designed by Victor David Brenner. The front shows the portrait of Abraham Lincoln, while the reverse features 2 wheat stalks surrounding the words 1 cent and United States of America. The Wheat Penny series ran from 1909 to 1958, and the year 1958 marked the final year of the wheat design, making it historically important to collectors because after 1958, the reverse changed to the Lincoln Memorial design. Millions of 1958 wheat pennies were minted in Philadelphia and Denver, but what makes this year incredibly special is the existence of extremely rare error coins that were never meant to leave the mint, yet somehow entered circulation. And today they are among the most valuable small coins ever discovered. Let us first talk about the regular 1958 wheat penny. The 1958 no mint mark penny was struck in Philadelphia with a mintage of over 252 million coins in circulated condition, that is. Coins are very common and usually worth only a few cents to a couple of dollars depending on condition. However, in uncirculated mint state condition with strong red luster, these coins can sell for $10, $20, and even $50 if graded MS65 or higher by professional grading services. The 1958 D Wheat Penny minted in Denver had a mintage of over 800 million coins, making it even more common in circulated grades. Its value in worn condition is generally between 1 cent and 25 cents. But high-grade red examples in MS66 or MS67 condition can sell for hundreds of dollars, especially with full original mint color. The most famous and valuable 1958 wheat penny is the legendary 1958 double die obverse. This coin is considered one of the rarest Lincoln cent errors ever discovered. Only 3 confirmed examples are known to exist in the entire world. Yes, you heard that correctly. Only 3. The 1958 double die obverse penny shows dramatic doubling on the front of the coin, especially on the words "In God We Trust Liberty" and the date 1958. The doubling is strong, bold, and visible without magnification, making it one of the most dramatic double die errors in United States coinage history. Experts believe these coins were accidentally struck from a doubled working die at the Philadelphia Mint, but the error was quickly discovered and most examples were destroyed before leaving the mint. Somehow a few escaped and entered private hands. For decades, collectors searched for this coin, but it remained almost mythical until confirmed examples appeared at major auctions. One example of the 1958 double die obverse wheat penny sold for over $2,000 at auction, stunning the numismatic world. Another example graded by professional coin grading services has been valued at even higher levels depending on market demand and condition. Imagine finding a penny worth more than a luxury house. That is the power of rare mint errors. So how can you identify a 1958 double die obverse penny? First, examine the date. 1958. Look closely at the numbers, especially the 1 and the 9. You should see clear separation and strong doubling, not just minor shadowing. Next, inspect the words "In God We Trust." The letters should appear doubled with strong thickness and separation. Also check the word "Liberty" on the left side of the coin. Again, strong, clear doubling is the key. If the doubling looks flat shelf-like or machine-made, it may only be machine doubling, which is common and not valuable. The true double die will have rounded, raised secondary images. Because this coin is extremely rare, if you believe you have found one, do not clean it, do not attempt to polish it, and immediately send it to a professional grading service for authentication. Cleaning a rare coin can destroy thousands of dollars in value. Besides the famous double die, there are other collectible varieties in 1958, including off-center strikes, broad strikes, and repunched mint marks. Although 1958 is late in the series, repunched mint marks are less dramatic than earlier years. Still, error collectors actively search for unusual strike characteristics. Another important factor that affects value is condition. Coin grading ranges from poor, heavily worn condition to mint state perfect uncirculated examples. A 1958 wheat penny with full red original mint color is far more valuable than one that has turned brown or shows heavy wear. Coins graded MS65 red or higher by PCGS or NGC often command strong premiums, especially for registry set collectors trying to complete high-grade Lincoln cent collections. Now let us talk about why the 1958 wheat penny continues to be one of the most searched coins online. First, it is the final year of the wheat reverse design, which gives it historical significance. Second, the existence of the ultra-rare double die error creates excitement and treasure hunt energy. Third, wheat pennies are still occasionally found in old coin jars, estate collections, and inherited boxes of coins. Many collectors around the world dream of discovering a rare coin hiding in plain sight. There are stories of people searching through bankrolls of pennies, coin shop bulk bins, and even old piggy banks hoping to find that one special 1958 error. Although the chances are extremely small, the possibility keeps the hobby alive and exciting. If you are serious about searching, here are some tips. Always use good lighting. Use a magnifying glass or coin loupe. Compare your coin carefully to verified double die images. Weigh the coin. A standard 1958 wheat penny should weigh about 3.11 grams. Check for unusual thickness, strike, or alignment. Never clean your coins and store them properly in coin holders or flips to preserve condition. The market for rare Lincoln cents has grown dramatically over the past decade as more collectors enter the hobby and online auctions make rare coins accessible worldwide. Wealthy collectors compete aggressively for rare era coins, especially those with low populations. The 1958 double die obverse stands as one of the key trophy coins in the Lincoln cent series, alongside the famous 1909 SVDB, 1914D, and 1955 double die. Because only 3 examples are confirmed, its rarity surpasses many legendary coins. This is why when one appears at auction, it creates national attention and strong bidding wars. For everyday collectors, the realistic goal is to search for high-grade, red, uncirculated examples or interesting mint errors that can still bring solid profits. Even common 1958 wheat pennies in original rolls, saved for decades, can bring premium prices if the coins remain bright red and free from spots. Remember, condition, rarity, and demand drive value in the coin market. As we close this deep dive into the 1958 wheat penny, remember that every great collection begins with knowledge. The next time you see a small copper penny, do not ignore it. It might just be a piece of American history. Thank you for watching CoinsVault America. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe for more rare coin discoveries, value guides, and treasure hunt stories from across the United States and around the world. Today we are diving into one of the most exciting discoveries in the world of coin collecting, the 1953 Lincoln Wheat Penny, a small copper coin that could be hiding massive value in plain sight. If you think a 1-cent coin cannot change your life, think again, because some 1953 wheat pennies have sold for thousands of dollars, and collectors across the United States and around the world are searching for them right now. In this special deep dive episode, we will explore the history, the rare varieties, the mint errors, the highest auction records, and how you can check your own pocket change for this hidden treasure. The Lincoln Wheat Penny was first introduced in 1909 to celebrate the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. It was the first United States coin to feature a real historical person on the obverse. The reverse design featured 2 wheat stalks, representing prosperity and strength. This design continued until 1958, making the 1953 penny part of the final era of the classic wheat series. Now let us focus on 1953. The United States Mint produced wheat pennies at 3 different mint locations in 1953. Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Each mint produced millions of coins, but not all of them are equal in value. The 1953 Philadelphia penny has no mint mark. It had a high mintage, but in uncirculated condition, especially in high grades like MS65, red or higher, it can sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars, depending on color and strike. Full red examples are the most valuable because they retain their original copper shine. Next, we have the 1953 deminted in Denver. The Denver mint mark appears below the date on the obverse side. This coin also had a large mintage, but sharp, well-preserved specimens are highly collectible. In gem condition, MS66 red, some examples have crossed the $1,000 mark at auction. The 1953 S minted in San Francisco is where things become even more interesting. While the mintage was lower than Philadelphia and Denver, the real excitement comes from rare die varieties and errors that can dramatically increase value. One of the most talked about varieties is the 1953 S repunched mint mark. Collectors call it RPM. In this variety, the S mint mark was punched more than once, and you can see clear doubling under magnification. A strong RPM example in high grade can bring several $1,000s. Another major variety is the 1953 double die obverse. While not as famous as the 1955 double die, some 1953 pennies show noticeable doubling in the lettering, especially in Liberty and in God We Trust. These double die examples are rare and highly desired. There are also off-center strikes, broad strikes, clipped planchets, and lamination errors among 1953 wheat pennies. Error coins are extremely popular in today's market. A dramatic off-center strike showing full date can easily sell for thousands. Condition is everything in coin collecting. A 1953 penny in circulated condition might be worth only a few cents, but in mint state with blazing red color and no contact marks, the value multiplies rapidly. Coins graded by professional services such as PCGS and NGC command the highest prices because authenticity and grade are guaranteed. Let us talk about auction records. In recent years, top grade 1953 wheat pennies graded MS-67 red have sold for impressive amounts. Some have exceeded $5,000, especially for the San Francisco Mint with exceptional eye appeal. Why are collectors so excited about 1953 wheat pennies? One reason is that this year represents the final stretch before the series ended in 1958. Many collectors try to complete full date and mint mark sets, and high-grade coins from the early 1950s are surprisingly difficult to find in pristine condition. Copper prices have also influenced interest. Although the melt value of a pre-1982 penny can fluctuate, the numismatic premium is what truly drives the value. Rare varieties and high grades always outperform metal value. Now here's the good news for coin collectors. Many 1953 wheat pennies are still in circulation in old jars, coin rolls, estate collections, and forgotten piggy banks. People often overlook them because they seem common, but under magnification, you might. Common, but under magnification, you might discover doubling repunched mint marks or exceptional preservation. If you want to check your 1953 penny, start by examining the date and mint mark. Use a magnifying glass. Look closely at the lettering for doubling. Check the color. A bright original red coin is more valuable than a brown circulated example. Avoid cleaning your coin. Cleaning destroys value and can reduce a $1,000 coin to almost nothing. Storage is also important. Keep your coins in protective holders away from moisture and extreme temperatures. If you believe you have a high grade or rare variety, consider submitting it to a professional grading service. The story of the 1953 wheat penny reminds us that treasure hunting is still possible in modern times. Not all valuable coins are ancient gold pieces. Sometimes a simple copper cent holds the key to unexpected wealth. Across America, collectors are building Lincoln cent collections, searching for that one perfect gem specimen. Auction houses continue to report strong demand, especially for certified high-grade examples. The 1953 SRPM remains one of the most wanted varieties. The 1953 double die continues to attract specialists, and flawless red gems from any mint are prized additions to top registry sets. Imagine opening an old family coin album and discovering a blazing red 1953 S in near-perfect condition. That small coin could be worth thousands and instantly become the highlight of a collection. For new collectors, the 1953 wheat penny offers both affordability and excitement. Circulated examples are easy to find, making it a great starting point. But the hunt for top-grade varieties keeps advanced collectors engaged. Coin collecting is more than money. It is history in your hand. The 1953 wheat penny was minted during a time of post-war growth in America. It passed through the hands of millions of citizens witnessing everyday life in the 1950s. Each scratch and mark tells a story. Each preserved mint state coin represents a tiny time capsule frozen in copper. As we continue this deep dive, remember that knowledge is power. The more you study mint marks, varieties, and grading standards, the better your chances of finding a valuable example. Always research recent auction sales, compare grades, learn the difference between red, brown, and brown color designations. These details can mean the difference between $10 and $10,000. The most valuable 1953 wheat pennies share three key traits: rarity, condition, and demand. When these three factors align, prices soar. If you enjoy coin hunting, consider searching bankrolls, visiting coin shows, and connecting with local collectors. Networking often leads to discoveries and trading opportunities. The American coin market remains strong, and Lincoln Wheat Cents are among the most widely collected series in the country. The dream of finding a rare 1953 wheat penny keeps collectors searching through boxes of old coins every single day. And who knows, the next record-breaking example might already be sitting in your home waiting to be discovered. Today, we are diving into one of the most exciting discoveries in American coin collecting history, the legendary 1957 wheat penny, a simple 1-cent coin that could be worth thousands of dollars and in rare cases, even life-changing money. If you are a coin collector in the United States or anywhere in the world, this episode is for you. Because the 1957 wheat penny is not just pocket change, it is a hidden treasure waiting to be discovered. The 1957 wheat penny, officially known as the Lincoln Wheat Cent, was minted during the final years of the wheat reverse design. This iconic coin features the portrait of President Abraham Lincoln on the front and two wheat stalks on the back, symbolizing prosperity and growth. The coin was produced by the United States Mint, and in 1957 it was struck at two main mint locations, Philadelphia and Denver. Most 1957 pennies are common and millions were produced, but here's the good news for collectors: some rare varieties and mint errors from this year are extremely valuable and highly sought after in the coin market. The most famous and valuable 1957 wheat penny is the 1957 D double die obverse. This is the coin that has shocked collectors and made headlines in auctions around the country. The 1957 D penny was minted in Denver and carries the small D mint mark below the date. What makes certain examples special is the dramatic doubling on the obverse side, especially visible in the words "In God We Trust Liberty" and the date 1957. This doubling occurred because of a misalignment during the die creation process, resulting in a strong visible double image effect. Unlike minor machine doubling, the true double die variety shows thick, bold separation in the letters, making it easy to spot even without advanced equipment. High-grade examples of the 1957 D double die have sold for thousands of dollars depending on condition and certification. Coins graded by professional services like Professional Coin Grading Service and Numismatic Guarantee Company often command the highest prices at auction because collectors trust their authentication and grading standards. In mint state condition with strong red color, a 1957 D double die penny can reach prices in the range of several $1,000s, and in exceptional grades even higher. Another exciting variety is the 1957 proof wheat penny. Proof coins were specially struck for collectors with mirror-like surfaces and sharp details. These were produced in Philadelphia and do not carry a mint mark. While most proof 1957 pennies are affordable in lower grades, deep cameo examples with strong contrast and perfect surfaces can bring impressive premiums, especially in top certified grades. Collectors around the world, from America to Europe to Asia, search bankrolls, estate sales, coin shops, and online auctions hoping to find one of these hidden gems. The reason the 1957 wheat penny is so popular is because it represents the end of an era. In 1958, the wheat design was retired and replaced in 1959 by the Lincoln Memorial reverse, marking the 150th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. This historical transition adds emotional and historical value to late-date wheat pennies, especially high-quality examples. Now let us talk about condition, because condition is everything in coin collecting. A worn 1957 penny found in circulation may only be worth a few cents above face value, but an uncirculated example with full red luster, no scratches, and strong strike can be worth significantly more. Coin grading uses a scale from poor to mint state 70. The higher the grade, the more valuable the coin. Color designation also matters. Brown pennies are common. Red-brown coins are more desirable. Fully red coins with original mint color are the most valuable. If you believe you have a 1957 D double die or a high-grade red example, the best step is to have it authenticated by a reputable grading service. Never clean your coin. Cleaning can destroy the natural surface and dramatically reduce its value. The excitement around the 1957 wheat penny continues to grow because more people are discovering coin collecting through social media, YouTube, and online marketplaces. For collectors in the United States, this coin is a reminder that even modern era coins can hold surprises. So here is the good news. You do not need to be a millionaire to start coin collecting. You can begin by checking your change, searching old penny rolls from banks, or exploring family collections. The 1957 wheat penny teaches us that treasure can still be hiding in plain sight. Imagine finding a small copper coin in an old jar only to discover it is a rare double die worth thousands of dollars. That possibility is what keeps collectors searching every single day. We continue our deep dive into the incredible story of the 1957 wheat penny, one of the most searched and talked about 1-cent coins in the United States and around the world. As we discussed earlier, the 1957 issue belongs to the legendary Lincoln Wheat Cent series, a design that ran for nearly 50 years and became one of the most recognized coins in American history. The obverse features President Abraham Lincoln, a design created by Victor David Brenner and first introduced in 1909. This was the first regular circulating United States coin to feature a real historical person, and it changed American coinage forever. By 1957, the wheat penny had already become a familiar part of daily life. Millions of Americans carried it in their pockets, used it in vending machines, dropped it into piggy banks, and saved it in jars without realizing that some of these small copper coins would one day become collector treasures. The 1957 pennies were struck at the United States Mint facilities in Philadelphia and Denver. The Philadelphia coins have no mint mark, while the Denver coins carry the small D below the date. Because of this high production, many collectors assume the coin has no value, but this is where knowledge creates opportunity. Let us go deeper into the famous 1957 D double die obverse variety. A double die is created during the hubbing process when the working die receives more than one impression from the hub at slightly different angles. This creates strong separation in design elements. On the 1957 D double die, you can clearly see doubling in the date, especially the number 7, and in the words, "In God, we trust in liberty." The letters appear thick, bold, and slightly shifted. This is not simple machine doubling, which often looks flat and shelf-like. True double die coins show rounded, separated images that look like two impressions layered together. Collectors who understand this difference can identify valuable coins that others overlook. High-grade examples certified by professional coin grading service or numismatic guarantee company have sold for thousands of dollars at auction. In exceptional mint state red condition with strong eye appeal, prices can climb even higher depending on demand and market timing. Now let us talk about another interesting category, mint errors. While the double die is the most famous variety, there are also off-center strikes, clipped planchets, and die cracks found on some 1957 pennies. An off-center strike occurs when the coin blank is not properly aligned during striking. This results in part of the design missing and blank space visible on the coin. If the date is still visible and the error is dramatic, these coins can command strong premiums. Clipped planchet errors occur when the metal strip used to punch coin blanks overlaps incorrectly, creating a curved missing section on the coin. These errors are fascinating because they reveal the industrial process behind coin production. Collectors love mint errors because each one is unique. No two error coins are exactly the same. Now let us explore grading in more detail. A circulated 1957 penny graded, fine or very fine, may only be worth a small premium. But once you move into extremely fine and about uncirculated, the value begins to increase. Mint state coins graded MS 63, MS 65 or higher can be significantly more valuable, especially if they retain full red color. Today we are diving deep into one of the most exciting coins in American history, the 1950 wheat penny, a small copper coin that many people ignore but smart collectors search for every single day. This is not just another old penny. This is part of the legendary Lincoln Wheat Penny series, first introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th birthday of Abraham Lincoln and produced by the United States Mint. Now today we focus on the 1950 issue and why some of these coins are worth big money. First, let us understand the basics. The 1950 wheat penny was struck in 3 different mints: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The Philadelphia Mint produced 272 million coins, and these do not carry a mint mark. The Denver Mint produced 334 million coins, and these carry the D Mint mark. The San Francisco Mint produced 118 million coins, and these carry the S Mint mark. At first glance, these numbers seem large, and you may think this coin is common and not valuable. But here's the good news: condition is everything. Most 1950 wheat pennies were heavily circulated, meaning they were used in everyday transactions and suffered wear scratches, discoloration, and damage. But when you find a 1950 penny in uncirculated mint state condition, especially with strong red original luster, the value can jump dramatically. Collectors classify copper coins by color. Brown, and full red doré. A full red 1950 penny with blazing mint shine is much rarer than a dull brown circulated example. Let us break down the values. A circulated 1950 wheat penny in average condition may be worth $2 to $5 depending on eye appeal. In extremely fine condition, it may sell for $10 to $20. But in mint state, MS65 red condition values can reach $100 to $200. Now here comes the exciting part. The 1950 D wheat penny in high mint state condition, especially MS67 red, can sell for over $1,000 at auction. And the 1950 S wheat penny in gem red condition can reach similar levels. But the real treasure lies in rare error varieties. Collectors search for coins with double die errors, repunched mint marks, off-center strikes, clipped planchets, and die cracks. A strong double die on a 1950 wheat penny can increase value significantly, sometimes reaching several $1,000s depending on the strength of the doubling and overall condition. Repunched mint marks on 1950 D or 1950 S coins are especially desirable. If you find clear doubling on the mint mark under magnification, you could be holding a premium coin. Off-center strikes, where the design is not perfectly centered, can also bring big money, especially if the date is fully visible. Now let us talk about grading. Professional grading by companies such as Professional Coin Grading Service and Numismatic Guarantee Company can significantly increase the market value of a high-grade 1950 wheat penny. Certified coins attract serious collectors and investors because authenticity and grade are guaranteed. If you believe you have a high grade or error coin, sending it for grading may be a smart decision. Now imagine finding a roll of old pennies in your attic inherited from your grandparents, and inside you discover several bright red 1950 wheat pennies in pristine condition. This happens more often than people think. Many collectors in the 1950s and 1960s saved rolls directly from banks, and those original bank-wrapped rolls today can contain gems worth hundreds or even thousands. The 1950 wheat penny may not be as famous as the 1909 SVDB, but it remains an important part of American numismatic history. It represents the post-war era, a time of economic growth and industrial expansion in the United States. Copper coins from this era also carry historical significance because just a few years earlier, during World War II, the composition temporarily changed to steel in 1943. By 1950, the mint had fully returned to copper and production was strong. Collectors worldwide, from the United States to Europe to Asia, actively buy and trade wheat pennies. Online auctions, coin shows, and coin shops constantly see demand for high-grade examples. The key lesson for every coin collector watching today is this: never underestimate small change. A single penny can be worth more than a stack of modern dollars. Search your coin jars, check old piggy banks, look through inherited collections, and pay close attention to mint marks and condition. Use a magnifying glass or coin loop to inspect for doubling or unusual features. Store valuable coins in protective holders and avoid cleaning them because cleaning can destroy value. Original surfaces are highly prized. The market for classic American coins continues to grow, and as time passes, fewer high-grade 1950 wheat pennies survive. As collectors build complete Lincoln Wheat cent sets, demand for gem quality coins increases. This creates opportunity. Opportunity for collectors, opportunity for investors, and opportunity for everyday people who take the time to look. The 1950 wheat penny may still be out there waiting to be discovered. Now let us go even deeper into the 1950 wheat penny story, because serious collectors know the real money is always in the details. When we talk about valuable coins, we are really talking about three powerful factors: rarity, condition, and demand. The 1950 wheat penny may not be the lowest mintage coin in the Lincoln series, but high-grade survivors are far more scarce than most people realize. During the 1950s, pennies were heavily used in daily commerce vending machines, bus fares, grocery stores, and newspapers all relied on 1-cent coins. Because of this, most 1950 pennies were worn down quickly, losing their original mint luster and sharp details. That is why today a sharply struck, fully red, uncirculated example stands out immediately. Look closely at the obverse design featuring the portrait of Abraham Lincoln. Pay attention to Lincoln's cheek jawline, bow tie, and hair detail. In high-grade coins, these areas are crisp and sharp with no flattening. On the reverse, inspect the wheat stalks. The lines in the wheat ears should be bold and separated, not smooth or blended. The lettering United States of America in 1 cent should be strong and squared. When these features remain untouched, the coin enters gem territory. Now let us talk about color again, because copper color is critical. Brown coins are the most common. Red-brown coins are better. Full red coins are the premium level. A blazing red, 1950D or 1950 S penny graded MS66 or higher can shock new collectors when they see auction results. Some examples have crossed the $1,000 mark, especially when eye appeal is exceptional. Some examples have crossed the $1,000 mark, especially when eye appeal is exceptional. But here is where smart collectors gain advantage. Variety hunting. The 1950D repunched mint mark varieties are actively collected. Under magnification, you may see a secondary D slightly shifted underneath the primary mint mark. These were created when the mint mark punch struck the die more than once at slightly different angles. Each distinct variety has its own collector base. Double die varieties, though not as dramatic as famous earlier issues, still exist and command strong premiums when clearly visible. Always inspect the date numbers, especially the 5 and 0 for separation or shadow-like doubling. Another exciting discovery is die cracks and cuds. A cud forms when a piece of the die breaks away, leaving a raised blob of metal on the coin, usually near the rim.